Hello, CrossFit family. Welcome to episode 1, season 1 of the pandemic. And so we're broadcasting from the bunker today for a couple reasons. First, I've kind of put out the workouts, I've got descriptions on them, but it's a lot of times it's easier to hear the description, to hear the substitutions, because there's going to be a lot of them. Today's not too bad. But as we go along, it's going to depend on what equipment you have and things like that, right? So if you have equipment, whether it's dumbbells or barbells or kettlebells, I'm going to try and give you options for all of that. If you don't have equipment, I'm going to try and give you options for that as well. It's obviously much more challenging, and we're limited in what we can do without equipment, but it can be done. Having said that, if you can see, I still have a ton of dumbbells, I have kettlebells back there, med balls, all kinds of stuff, and not everybody's picked anything up, right? So if you still haven't gotten anything, just let me know. You can come by and get it. If you're concerned about seeing me or anybody else because you've been quarantined for a while, that's fine. I can either pick a time, and I can leave it outside for you, load it up in your truck or your car or whatever, so you don't have to see me. You can sanitize when you get home, and you'll be good to go. But this whole thing will be a lot easier, especially if it goes on more than a week or two, right? If you have some equipment. Okay, so I'm going to release these videos every day because, like I said, we've got a lot of different options, a lot of different substitutions. But if you have questions still, which some of you will, right? Just go ahead. If it's a general question, something about the workout, something you don't understand, go ahead and post it in a comment, SugarWop. I'll answer it right there. If it's specific to you, so if it's I have this injury or what do I do with my condition for this workout, then message me directly and then I'll kind of answer it. If it's a general question, guaranteed someone else has that same question, and hopefully they'll read through the comments first before asking again. Okay, so we're gonna start with some testing, right? And with everybody having different things, barbells, kettlebells, some people have some stuff, some people have others, we're gonna try and keep it fairly simple for the test, so literally everybody can do it, right? It's all body weight stuff for tomorrow for that test, right? It's also good because Murph's coming up at the end of May, and with us losing ground on it, as far as being in the gym for prep, this will kind of help us get ready. So will the second test, right? So the first thing we're gonna do tomorrow is you'll do 3 rounds. You'll do 30 seconds of max reps air squats, 30 seconds of max rep push-ups, and then 30 seconds of max rep sit-ups. We'll rest 3 minutes, and then you'll repeat it. So you'll do a total of 3 rounds of that, right? So it's 4.5 minutes of work with a lot of rest in there. There's a couple things we can talk about. The air squats, it's max pretty reps. Same thing with push-ups and sit-ups, really, but same thing with everything. But don't let the air squats, especially those, tend to go bad. So do the push-ups, right? Make sure those look pretty. If you struggle with the air squat because of an injury or you're limited in what you can do with the air squat, most of you guys, I think we've got with injuries, have picked up the box they've been using so they can shorten that range of motion properly. But if it's something you can't do and you don't have the right equipment for it, let me know. We can figure that out. Push-ups. If you can do chest to deck, full lockout for a set of 15, strict is fine. Otherwise, kip it, right? But make sure it's kipping full range, okay? And then the sit-ups can either be butterfly style, right, where you put your soles of your feet together like that. They can be the normal ones. Or if you struggle with sit-ups, right, or you just like it, lock your feet under your dumbbells or under your kettlebell or a heavy piece of furniture, right? Those will make it easier. That'll make it easier for you to do those sit-ups, okay? This will come in there's 3 sets that we score on here. There's a couple ways to do it. The ideal way would be to score all of your air squats in the first set, all of your push-ups in the second set, all of your sit-ups in the third set, and that way you can see where you improve when we come back and retest this in a few weeks, right? The other way to do it, if that counting part is hard for you, is just simply at the end of the round, add up all your air squats, push-ups, and sit-ups, keep one total count, and put that in. Either way, the total number will end up the same, so you'll be able to kind of see your improvement, right? So this is a super simple one to do. It'll be done relatively quickly, but it'll get a good idea of where we're at so that we can see how we improve, right? And it's fun to improve. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, a lot of you guys might not have done this since high school. A lot of you guys might not have done it ever. Some of you guys may have done it about 1.5 years ago, which I think we did it, but it's gonna be run 1 mile for time, all right? This is something that less people can do than the first workout, for sure. So we'll talk about options here in a second. But if you're gonna run 1 mile, there's a couple ways to do it. One, you can take your phone, go out for a walking loop, figure out what 1 mile is, run that loop. You can do the same if you have a GPS watch, but that's pretty obvious, right? Third way is website, and I'll just have the link up there, called Map My Run, right? mapmyrun.com. Go on there, plan out a loop around your house, right? Or at a park that's not super crowded, because some of them are super crowded now. If running a mile in under 15 minutes, or even under 12 really, is a little bit of a stretch for you, or something you can do, pick a route that you can do in about 15 minutes. All right, so just go out, run that route, and say, all right, this is as far as I got in 15 minutes, so that way we have something standardized. When we come back and test, we can go, all right, well, now I did that route in 13, or maybe I did 15 minutes, but I got a lot farther on the route this time, right? The key is we need something to measure our improvement by. Now, if you can't run, but you've got a piece of cardio equipment at home, so you've got a rower or a bike or something like that, let's pick 10 minutes and go as far as you can in that 10-minute time frame, and make sure you note how far you went, right? That way we can go back to that same piece of equipment, go for 10 minutes in a few weeks, and see, did I improve my time, right? Regular bike works too. If you want to get out on the road, ride for 10 minutes, that's great too. Make sure we kind of calculate how far we went. Map My Run works for bikes too, right? So you can kind of do that, as with the GPS on your phone. The third option might be somebody who can't run, but can do double unders, which we actually have some like that. 10 minutes of double unders would be not only mind-numbing, but would probably break your knees. So let's do how many double unders can I do, or single unders, regular jump ropes, can you do in 5 minutes, right? All else fails. The other thing is there's an old CrossFit Open from the Games workout, 7 minutes of max rep burpees. That's okay, and if you can do that, I'm gonna be very proud of you, because it's a very hard workout to do. And if you can't run, you don't have a piece of cardio equipment, right? If you have a box, you can do like how many step-ups can you do in 10 minutes? That's fine too. Or if you're very injured or running, pounding hurts you, just go out for a walk. Walk 1 to 3 miles, right? There's nothing wrong with walking. It'll be a good thing. And maybe at some point later down the road, we can work on the running, or we can figure out a way to get you a piece of cardio equipment. All right, so that's it for tomorrow. I'm gonna post a link to like an all body mobility type video, so we can kind of go through some stretching. It's not great. There's not a lot of great free resources for that. So like the old mobility class, I'll probably do some shortened versions of those, maybe some 10-minute, 15-minute things with more of the instructions, and then you can pause and hold those poses for a little longer that we used to do in those. The other option, there's a great site, I'll post a link to it, called Romwad, and they have different options for mobility like sections. So you can do 10-minute, 15-minute type things. Super effective. Pick the area where you're tight on. It's basically yin yoga, but designed for CrossFitters, so it's a little less yoga in feel, but it's the same idea. So that's super effective. It is like $13 a month, but if you're gonna be trapped at home and you need something to do, it's not a bad idea to do. But like I said, I'm gonna try and release videos to kind of help you with that. Connie has also said that she's gonna put out some how-to gymnastics videos. So basic stuff you can work on at home for kind of all levels. So I think she's gonna have the first video out Wednesday. So that'll kind of give you something to do in the meantime, right, if you get bored. So if you have any questions, like I said, general questions, pop them on the Sugar Wad. Specific questions that are just about you, right? Go ahead, feel free. Facebook message me, text me, you can email me. I don't get that quite as fast, but I'll be glad to get back to you. I will, though, produce videos like this every day because while I am robbed of seeing you, I do not want you guys to not be able to see my beautiful face every day and hear my beautiful voice. So I'll come out with these videos, try and explain as much as I can. The workouts are gonna be more complicated than this. It's probably as simple as it gets because it's a good testing workout, right? But it'll be fun to kind of see where you're at. The other thing I'm gonna ask is that post every day you do a workout, right? So that I can kind of go back. It's hard to see who's doing what, but I can see who hasn't posted in a while and kind of keep up with things. And it's a great way for people to stay engaged. So imagine post your workout and maybe comment on a couple of your friends' workouts. Give them a fist bump, something like that. So at least when we're all stuck home alone, right, we still have that sense of community and it'll kind of help you guys stay motivated. So if we're trapped at home for 2 weeks or more, we can at least come out of this relatively fit. Okay? All right. I'll see you.